Lorenzo Ferrare.
Hi, I'm Steve Kometko. This is E! News Daily.
ABC won the ratings week. The network narrowly beat CBS and managed 3 of the top 5 shows. ABC's blue-collar comedy Roseanne was 5th. TV viewers bought Seinfeld's quirky view of New York life at number 4. NBC's Frasier lapped its way to number 3. Brett Butler got the nod as America's favorite TV mom. Grace Under Fire finished 2nd, and the Tool Tinkering Tailors were again at the top of the TV heap. ABC's Home Improvement was in its usual perch as the number 1 show. International TV talk show host Christina Saraleghi, or just Christina to her fans, talks to world-renowned Latin lovers of on her next special. The primetime show features interviews with Lorenzo Lamas, Eric Estrada, Ricky Martin, and Placido Domingo.
Do you consider yourself a Latin lover?
I'm a Latin and I'm a lover, so that makes me a Latin lover.
Basically, I used a fun topic like the Latin lover thing to present these Latin men in their internationality.
The special will air across the country and worldwide. Christina chose her 4 interviewees because they're internationally known. Lamas' action TV series Renegade has been sold in 43 countries outside the U.S.
I was this heavy, kind of overweight kid. So to be thought of as a hunk now, it just makes me feel good.
Like the 4 men on her special, Christina also has a long resume. She co-publishes a monthly magazine, hosts a radio program, and serves on the Council for the American Foundation for AIDS Research. She also hosts the number 1 Spanish talk show. Christina presents Latin Lovers of the 90s, airs in syndication later this month and early September.
But Tonight Show host Jay Leno turned serious Monday night, reflecting on the recent death of his father, Angelo.
He was a prize fighter and a truck driver and a mechanic. He went on to become an insurance salesman, and then he became a district manager and went back to school, and, you know, real up from the bootstraps kind of guy.
Leno let his emotions show while recounting his father's respect for people of all backgrounds, the gentle way he treated Leno's mother, and the way he always stood behind his son.
Mom and my dad would always say, hey, you fight the good fight, son. You just get in there and you fight the good fight. You know, it really is lonely at the top. You have no idea. But we'll fight the good fight, Pop. We'll be back. We'll do some headlines. We'll have some laughs.
Leno acknowledged it's been a tough year for him. The comedian lost his mother a year ago.
Hey, he's making meat here.
What a nice tribute.
Oh. Coming up on E! News Daily, arguments over blood in the O.J. Simpson case are ranging from A to O.
I'm gonna sustain the court's own objection to this entire line of questioning. Gotcha. Mr. Scheck, please. The issue is very precise. What's there? What are the tests? What testing is to be done, and what's left?
No, Your Honor, I understand that, and this goes to, please appreciate...
No, it doesn't. I appreciate very much what you're doing. Believe me, I appreciate what you're doing.
No, it's not just to establish, it's not like I know that he mislabeled something. I'm given a record that indicates that he did a whole test.
We're not here for a discovery proceeding, Cal.
O.J.'s lawyers are trying to discredit LAPD crime lab work and show that police and prosecutors intentionally held on to more than their fair share of the valuable evidence.
I'm asking you now about what you remember, okay? And please try to answer the questions to the best of your recollection and not based on what you think you would have done or should have done.
In another part of the same courthouse, a grand jury called O.J.'s friend and attorney Robert Kardashian. The grand jury is investigating June's widely watched low-speed freeway chase, which began after O.J. and Al Cowlings left Kardashian's home. Kardashian's lawyer has filed a motion to quash the grand jury subpoena. The motion is sealed, but may claim Kardashian's testimony would violate attorney-client privilege.
John Denver may be going to court for alleged drunk driving charges. The singer is under investigation following an accident in his hometown of Aspen, Colorado, Monday morning. Denver had to be hospitalized for head and facial cuts. If convicted, it will be Denver's 2nd offense within a year. For his previous arrest, he paid a $50 fine and performed at a benefit concert. Denver is known for the hits Rocky Mountain High and Sunshine on My Shoulders. AIDS has had a devastating impact on the world, but in the world of rock and roll, it's a different story. Surprisingly, the disease has not radically changed the lifestyles of rock groupies. For better or for worse, sex and groupies are still a vital part of rock and roll. David Adelson has more in this special report. This weekend will have a special meaning to John Candy fans. The movie Wagons East is opening in theaters nationwide. Candy died earlier this year while on location for the film. It's a Western that gets turned upside down by an eastbound wagon train.
Now why don't you go back and leave the West to the real men?
Oh, Butch, get over yourself.
Let's get ourselves a wagon master and go home.
Enter John Candy, a down-on-his-luck wagon master who wants to guide the group of disgruntled settlers back home.
I just need a chance. It ain't about the money, I'll leave that to you. But you folks, you need a wagon master. I'd like it to be me.
Well, I guess you're our man, Harlow.
We leave at dawn. Noonish.
Candy is joined by Richard Lewis on this Wild West misadventure filled with passion.
As if I'd consider it, you gimpy old drunk.
Ma'am?
Chivalry.
My toes!
Danger. And a few surprises.
Your move, sissy boy.
Sissy boy? Oh, please. That is so Dodge City.
Who's that?
The warning shot.
Wagons East, starring John Candy, opens at theaters across the U.S. this weekend. Best-selling author Tom Clancy is placing fictional superhero Jack Ryan into another impossible situation. Ryan is familiar to movie audiences from The Hunt for Red October, Patriot Games, and the current hit Clear and Present Danger. In Clancy's new book, Debt of Honor, Ryan is trying to head off war between the U.S. and Japan. The new release is available this month in hardback. Clancy's fans showed up in force for a New York book signing.
I find the enjoyment in having completed a book. The writing process is about as much fun as having a baby. You know, it's I don't even remember writing.
Food segments, only in Hollywood. From Los Angeles, I'm Greg Agnew for E! News Daily.
So actually what Forrest Gump should have been saying was life is like a box of Chef Tell chocolates.
Still to come on E! News Daily, the cloud has a silver lining for thousands of Elvis fans as the years pass.
And Princess Di denies making hundreds of prank calls.
Princess Diana says she didn't do it. The princess denies tabloid reports she made more than 300 crank phone calls to art dealer Oliver Hoare. He's the 48-year-old family friend who reportedly was a royal go-between when they were grappling with child custody issues. The British tabloids claim the calls came from Diana's private line, nearby payphones, and from her mobile phone. Reports say the calls began in September 1992, 3 months before Diana and Prince Charles separated. Diana claims she didn't make the calls, adding, "I don't even know how to use a parking meter, let alone a phone box."
Millions of Elvis fans continue mourning the singer's death 17 years ago. You might think the judge who ordered the refund would be an Elvis fan, but he admits rather sheepishly he'd rather hear Heartbreak Hotel on a harpsichord played by perhaps Mozart.
Did take them a long time to get their refunds, didn't it? Next time on E! News Daily, the collected comic observations of Paul Reiser. We'll talk to the star of Mad About You about his new book called Couplehood.
And the O.J. Simpson case is going high-tech. Computers are in the courtroom, and that's just the beginning. We'll have a full report.
From all of us here at E! News Daily, thanks for joining us. I'm Bianca Ferrare.
And we don't give refunds. Stay with us. There's much more to come on E!, the Entertainment News and Information Authority. I'm Steve Kometko.